Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you all know, this is Betty. I am the owner and creator of Betty's Custom Design here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram. And so I have been sitting here playing around with this little thing. I think the channel was Paper Crafter or something like that. I don't remember. I'll try to look back through my history. But it is a full 12 by 12 sheet, and you can see I have lots of pockets in it. So I have a pocket here, I have a pocket here, I have a pocket back here, I have a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket back here, and then I have two pockets here. I haven't even embellished anything on the front. Super easy to make. I did do this one with a piece of Tim Holtz cardstock, and I almost think it's, or maybe it's just because of everything I've got in it that has made it so thick. I don't know. So we will do another one with the Tim Holtz cardstock, and then I do have some paper too. So we're going to do this. Now, it is better if you have something that is non-directional, but my Tim Holtz stuff tends to be more directional. So we're still going to do it. And it's pretty easy. So the first thing we want to do is we want to, if this is my top, I want to fold it top to bottom. So I'm just turning it sideways to make it a little easier on me. And I'm just trying to get my folds as good as I can. I mean, I could put it on the scoreboard, but that makes too much sense. Okay. I think that's the way I want it. All right, and so now let me find my roller, and I'm just going to burnish that down really good, especially since this is so thick of a cardstock. All right, so now I am going to take again, and I am going to fold it in on itself one more time. And I'm going to try and match those corners up as best as I possibly can. Just matching it up. And then I'm going to burnish that down really, 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 really good. Okay, so now we're left with this. And I think I need to do it this way because of the way the writing is on it. All right, because this is going to be up, and so see, this writing is upside down. So now all you want to do is you have it like this, and the opening is at the top. You can measure if you want to. I'm not measuring. I am just going to take this side, and I'm going to fold it maybe 1/4 of an inch from the center. And I'm mainly just lining up the bottom. And then I'm going to burnish that down really good. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to try and leave about the same amount. But I mean, you can have this to be a smaller area that you folded over or larger. You just don't want it to get all the way to the center because you want it to be able to close up. So now just make sure that everything's burnished down really good. Okay, so now we're like this. So we have our opening up here. It's closed like that, and then it'll close like that. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to just turn this little tuck down, just like that. Burnish it. And then I'm going to turn this little tuck down, just like that, and burnish it. Okay, now the other thing I can see, and I'm okay with it on this one because the colors are fine, is this back piece comes out a little bit because of the fold. You can trim it very slightly, but I'm not worried about it because it goes fine with all of this. Now we are going to trim a little bit off of this part right here, as you can not see because I've got stuff in it. Let me take all this stuff out of here so you can really see this pocket. And we'll get it where we can see it all. Okay, so you see how this is lower than the top? So that's what we need to do here. So I know I need to take this part off right here. So what I am going to do, I knew where a metal ruler was. I found one. Yay! But I'm throwing everything down. Okay. So I am just going to maybe take off like that. Where is my craft knife? Here it is. So I'm only going to do it from the score line on each side. So I'm just going to go right here at the score line. And I'm going to cut there. And then I'm going to cut back to the score line right here. Okay. And then now I just need to take my scissors and cut that little piece off. Right there on the score line. I'm going to get all the way to the score line there, but that's okay. Alright, so see, now when we fold it back, you see it's smaller. Now the other thing that I did was I rounded these corners. I just like the way it looks. So there you go. So now I am going to ink this some. And I'm going to ink everywhere that you'll be able to see it. Let me go ahead and cut the thumb pulls. I think I want them on the outside again. You can do them on the inside, the outside. You don't even have to do them, but I do like them. So right there. Alright, we got thumb pulls. So now ink everything that's going to be seen. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can close it up like I did on that one. Or you can leave it open. I think this ink pad is just about dead. So let me grab this one. Alright. That's better. Or as my husband and I tease each other all the time, we'll say, that's more gooder. I told him last night, I said, God, I hope we don't, you know, because we become so accustomed to messing with each other like that. I said, I hope we don't get out in public and then say that. You know, people will really think that that's how we talk. But anyway, so on that one, I closed everything up, but you can leave it open like a booklet. You could make it into like a small journal type thing almost. There's so much you can do once you have the concept. You do need to ink all of that. Now I will not ink the others that I do today. I just wanted to go ahead and ink this one just so that you guys can see. So you just really want to make sure you ink everything that's going to be seen. That's if you're going to ink, you know. Inking is a personal preference, so you may not even want to ink. I like it inked. On some things, there's some times that I do stuff that I don't ink. It just all, I think it all really depends on the mood I'm in, maybe. I don't know. So, yeah. I hope all of you guys are well. I'm about to do, which y'all will probably see that video before you see this one. I'm about to do the video for the 3,000 subscriber giveaway. How crazy is that? We're over 3,000. crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm happy though. I love it. I honestly have got some amazing subscribers, and I am so appreciative to each and every one of y'all. I do look forward to, and you know, I'm not going to lie, there are days that I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea what to do a video on. I'm out. I don't have a clue. And, you know, I'll just do something like a craft and chat or something, and the reaction that I get from you guys, just, it overwhelms me and warms my heart, for sure. So I'm very appreciative to each and every one of y'all, because I would not have a channel without you guys. And I wish there was some way that I could do something for each and every one of you. I really do. You know, and there will be some more freebies and stuff coming up. Things have just been crazy. So I think that's inked up pretty good. I like it. We're going to say it's inked up good enough. All right. So now that we have it like this, what I was saying, let me go ahead and glue a couple of things down and then I'll show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue this flap on just this, what's going to be the side. It's actually the top when you flip it up, but it's just that side, because I can use it as like a bottom tuck. And then I'm going to do that on this side. Just like that. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close this pocket up. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue right down through there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. Now this is where you have the choices as to how you want to do yours. You can leave it open like that, so that whenever you have your little booklet, you have your pocket there, you have a pocket there, you open it, you have a tuck there, a pocket there, and a pocket there, and then you can open it, and then you could put pockets along the bottom. I've already kind of got this so thick as it is because of the paper I used that I'm going to go ahead and close it. And I'm not going to glue up the side. I'm just going to glue the bottom shut. So you will still be able to open like the inside flap. It's more like a tuck. So that's all I'm doing right there. It's just gluing just the bottom. That's it. And it's done. I mean, it's put together. The only thing left to do now is whatever embellishments you want to do. Fill the pockets with whatever you want to, you know, put in them. But it doesn't take long at all. And you really, you know, there was no measurement. You can do it with any size paper. It doesn't have to be a 12 by 12. I just happen to like the size that the 12 by 12 gives. So let's do one with paper and see how it turns out. I don't know. I have not done one with paper. The paper may be too thin, but we won't know until we actually try it. So that's what we are going to do. So I've just folded it in half and folded it in half again. And then I just need to burnish it down really good. If you had something a little thicker than this paper, but maybe not quite as thick as the cardstock, that would probably be great. I don't like how that's trying to fold, but I think we'll get it worked out. And so I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm just staying, yeah, about 1/4 of an inch away from the center. And this would have been better if this paper had been double-sided, but so you see how it's got the white right there? What I can do is I can just take and trim just a little sliver of it off, just down to the score line. And I will do the same thing on this side over here. So just down to the score line. And I don't need much. Okay. So now when I fold it, you don't see that white. I mean, you're going to see white anyway because of folding it, but not like that. So now I'm just going to fold this corner back on itself and fold this corner back on itself. Okay, so see, we've got that. Now we need to trim off those pieces there. So again, I'm just going to get my ruler and just trying to eyeball it. I'm not lining it up on anything. I'm just going to trim right to the score line, and the same thing right to the score line. And then I just need to trim those pieces off. And do the same thing on this side. So there's that, and then I want to round the corners. And I want to do a thumb pull, if it will let me. You know what, probably going to be the best way to do the thumb pull in this is to fold it over on itself. Because, you know, these things can be finicky when it comes to paper. So I'm just going to do that and see if that works. That worked. So there's that. So now we can, we could ink it up. What you can do on something like this is you can actually do a little bit of ink on the flaps that you see to where they're not so stark white, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm not going to ink the whole thing right now because I can do that later and save some time, but at least get some of the white where it's not so bright white. Yeah, see, that already looks a little better. So see, you can do something like that if it's a paper that's, you know, it's not double-sided. So let's go ahead and glue this down. And, you know, like I said, I can come back at a later time and I can ink it. I can also embellish it at some point in time, like when I go to put it in a journal. Depending on what journal I would put it in would probably dictate how I embellish it. So it's nice just to have that base right there and ready to go. Okay, and then just glue this down. Just like that. And then I just need to glue this down. Very simple, easy little project. This would make great Happy Mail. You know, stick some ephemera in it and send it. That would be so much fun to receive something like this. Alright, so there we go, guys. Look, how easy was that? I mean, it really was easy. If you have the 8x8 papers, you can do the exact same thing. You know, obviously you would end up with a smaller pocket. And I probably wouldn't fold it quite as much if I done an 8x8. I don't have any handy right here, or we would do one. But it's just a very easy little thing. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. So I just need to fold it in half. I'm just trying to line it up as even as I possibly can. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. Just like that. And I want to burnish it down. Okay. Then I'm going to take and fold this outside edge. I'm going to fold it in. And burnish that down. And then fold this side in. And fold it down. Okay. I think I'm going to be okay maybe with the white showing on that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to fold this down. And then fold this down here. Or attempt to. Okay. And then remember, I need to get rid of those two little corners right there. So just doing the same thing I did before. Okay, and then go ahead and cut them on off. And then cut this one on off. And let's take a look. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. Let's round these corners here. Round this one. And then I'm just going to fold it over like this a little bit. I'm not creasing it or anything. And then I will get my larger punch and do the little thumb pull right there. Okay. That's cute. Look at that. How cute. You could really make that one look vintage because of the lace and that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and just glue these flaps down. I'm not going to ink anything on this one. At least not right now. I'll figure that out when I go to put it in a journal. So I'm just gluing the little tucks down just along the top there. Well, it's actually going to be the side, but it's the top when you have it like that. So I've got them glued down. And then I just need to glue right here. Just like that. Same thing right here, just glue right on down there, like that. And then we just want to glue along the bottom here. And then glue along the bottom here. And that's it. So this would make a very easy mass make project, especially if you had like some of the papers that you weren't real fond of. This would be a good way to get rid of them because you could, you know, embellish them to where you didn't see the parts of it that you weren't so fond of. And then it would be making something useful out of it at the same time. So guys, I'm going to call that video done. I'm going to get some things together. I got a couple more good ideas coming up over the next couple of days. So just stick around. Make sure you come back. And thanks so much for watching, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.